Look at that view, bro. That view is gorgeous. And that is the view from my house every day. I don't know if this camera is doing it justice or not. But man, that is a sick view, dog. I think I just let a fly into my parents' room. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh yeah, this is my parents' balcony, so technically I don't get this view, but they do. It's a sick-ass view still. So you may be wondering why I took you out here. My little friend. Why I took you guys out here to this gorgeous view. This gorgeous view. I'll stop glazing it. Before I start, I just want to say this video was planned 2 weeks ago. I posted on Instagram a video basically saying I was going to talk about this in a video, but right before I was going to go record, I was at work and I saw that the homie Leo Legendary basically did this video before I could. But that's his life. I'm talking about my life, okay? Before I just say anything, I just want to say, Leo, hey, I know you're not going to see this. Your video was great, man. And I'm going to say it myself in a different word with my projects. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about my my stop motions and my career, I guess you could say. I never was paid by YouTube to do anything. That's one difference between me and Leo with these videos is that Leo gets paid to work on stop motion. That's his job, his career, or not his career, but I mean, yeah, but like his job. I don't get paid to do shit. I do it for fun, and I'm not complaining. Oh, I'm doing the complete opposite of complaining. Self-funding my projects is a challenge when you don't have a job, but since your boy's got a job, it's pretty fun. I can go all out on doing whatever I want. So it's not a bad thing now. But I'm saying all this to say that I want to talk about Blade. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm not on it a lot. But when I am, I talk about Blade. Blade has been a real struggle for me. And I'm just going to say it just because I thought it was going to be a whole big build-up thing. I was going to change... I said this in my last video. I was going to change the title. And title reveal, guys. The title isn't going to be Blade 2, the Moon Knight anymore. It's going to be Blade and Moon Knight. And no, it's not a shtick on Deadpool and Wolverine. I just thought this is turning into less of a Blade film and more of a Blade and Moon Knight film, because it's a sequel to both of my 5-minute stop motions. So far it's like an hour-long film about... I can't say what it's about. I'm still going to release it, but it's basically a sequel to 2 5-minute short stop motions. Is that a plane? This is one reason why I don't like filming outside. It's because insects, planes, and neighbors. I'm expecting one of my neighbors, because I live in a townhome, to come outside, see me record, and it'd be really awkward because I don't talk to my neighbors. There's a lot of flies out. Oh my goodness. I've just mentally been struggling with Blade recently. If you don't know anything about it, I've released a few trailers just to show you guys what I've been working on, just to update you guys, but mentally, it's been a real challenge. Do I hate the project? No. In fact, so far what I have of it, I love it. It's my best work yet. But it's not... I'm getting too ahead of myself. Let me slow down for a second. I've been working on this project coming this year, I'm pretty sure 4 years. 4 or 3 years. I don't remember when I started it. It was either 2022 or 2023. That's a long ass time. Yeah? I've devoted so much time and energy to this film that was like my big project. And I've had a lot of those. Spider-Man This Dark World, Frogman, the first Frogman. I've had a lot of long projects. Like I think Spider-Man This Dark World took me the longest because I put it into 2 parts, including the 2 parts as one continuous thing. It probably took me like 5 years, and it wasn't even that good of a project. It was the base point to my projects. It built what I have now. And like I've said before, there was a sequel in mind, and I have pretty much every and all voice lines. I have some clips that I filmed, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to make Spider-Man 2. You know, like, I had big plans for it. I wrote the script while I was in my freshman year of high school, freshman to sophomore year. It took me a long time to write the script. I think the script's like 100 pages long. Blade's script was terrible. A lot of it was reworked in the editing stage. But Blade has been a project that's taken a lot out of me, you know? It really just challenged me as a stop motion animator and a filmmaker. Like, a lot of creative decisions were made, a lot of differences with me and my younger self, and also Gino, because Gino's the co-writer of a lot of my projects, and man, it's just it's just so weird to think about I wrote the script my sophomore year of high school. I started filming it late sophomore to early junior year of high school, and that's one thing about the project that I'm very mad about. 3 scenes were filmed on iPhone, and the rest of the film was filmed on my camera. I had a big problem with my old phone. The regular camera didn't work. Only the 0.5 camera worked, and I didn't have a good camera at the time, so I didn't know what to do. So when I got this camera, the Sony 7A3, shout out, I just decided, you know, F it. I'm just gonna film with the camera. I'm glad I did that, because a lot of scenes look really clean. But one thing that I do regret is green screening everything. And if and when this project comes out, you're gonna see most, if not all of it, is filmed on a green screen. That's the first part I want to talk about with this project, leading up to why it's not being worked on anymore. The filming of it I've just fallen out of love with it. One thing that really just pisses me off about this project is coming home from work, or coming home from doing anything, or just waking up in the morning, looking at my desk and seeing that green screen, man. That green screen really pisses me off. It's half my fault and it's half not my fault. I started filming that project when I was still living in Austin. And as you know, telling by the view, this isn't Austin, this is Seattle. Moving really takes a toll on you, not just mentally, but physically, because I don't got room for all the sets I made. I made a few sets for the film, like an apartment, a rooftop, a cafe, and an alleyway. I had to throw all of those away because I had literally no room for moving. And that's the thing about moving and being a stop motion animator, is that you can't have room for all your projects. And again, I wasn't really funded for this project. All of it was self-funded, besides the help from my dad. It's really hard to stay motivated to something that you're not forced to be motivated for. It's very egotistical of me to say, like, I don't really care because it's not anything that's being funded for. But it's also the fact that, looking back on it, it took me a long time to realize that a lot of progress isn't being done. I would wake up thinking about the project and thinking to myself, when is it going to be done? I had a really big creative explosion that happened back when I first moved here. I was back at it and I had a lot of time on my hands, so I just had the creative flow and I just went with it. Because of that, the project looks great. One thing I struggle with is that green screen. And lesson learned, if I ever do another project, which I am working on, I'm not gonna go green screen most of the time. I'm gonna go practical. One thing being a perfectionist is that you want your stuff to look as good as you think. And I'm not the type of person, at least anymore, to care about what other people think about. I care about what I think about, at least with my projects. And that's the thing that I hate about myself, is that I'm a perfectionist. I'm a major perfectionist, especially with my work and my writing and my filming and editing. When I do something, I have to make sure it's perfect. And that's why I'm gonna stop working on Blade. I need to mentally be able to tell myself that I can be okay with what I have without rushing it. Because a lot of this, I just keep finding myself filming Blade and rushing it really hard. Then that makes me want to restart and film the scene all over again until I get it right the first time. It's hard, man. It's really hard to make a decision like that, especially with a project you've been working on for 3+ years. It's not done. Like, it's not like I'm done doing it. I'm far from done doing it. I'm going to continue doing it, but I need to work on myself before I can continue on with that project. Do I hate working on stop motion? Not at all. I love it. Even on the days where I don't want to do it, I still love the process. Do I hate this project? Not at all. Like I've said, this is probably, at least so far, my best project. And that's because I took time on it and I didn't rush myself. Even on the times when I would come to the conclusion that I would need a reschedule. But that's another thing I really struggle with, is timing. I give myself due dates. In actuality, I don't need to do that. I'm not here to impress anyone, just myself. And that's something that's taken me basically the time of this whole project to figure out. And it's also balance. Balancing this project, I was going to school, and of course when I started the project again, I went to work and I got a job. And this was around October. I told myself I'm gonna finish this project and release it on Halloween before I start my work. And I didn't. And I started work and I had less time to work on the project. But that's also my fault because I'm really bad at using my time right. I would rather sit on my phone and watch some Good Mythical Morning right when I get off work than sit at a desk and write. This is the world we live in. These things right here are so time consuming. Oh, hey, it's Jacob. What? Humans find a lot of ways to waste time because of phones. And I'm not the type of person, actually I am, but I'm not going to be the type of person right now to tell you to don't use your phones. Live in the moment. I will tell you that, just not now, because it's not about that. It's about not having motivation. And that's where I'm at in this project right now, is I'm struggling to find motivation in continuing the project and finding out new ideas. I have a general script. It went through 3 different rewrites, and I still don't think it's a good script. I'm cutting out a lot of stuff from this project because it's I honestly, like, before I continue on, I deeply just want to apologize to the cast. A lot of them have messaged me before saying, what's the update on the project? Everything okay? I'm just terrible at finding time to work on projects. Like, I'm not going to call anybody out just in case they don't want me to. I don't know. I'm just not going to do it. With my Spider-Man project, I had a certain voice actor voice for me. He really needed updates because I just had him voice for me and then I never told him anything. I had him voice for Blade, and he was like, what about this project? I'm just terrible. At least when I was younger, I was terrible at communicating. And that's also the fault of me being a stupid, young, naive kid who didn't know how to be professional yet. But that's what growing's for, you know? But with Blade, I just don't have motivation to continue on with it. I'm just lost with it right now. You know, you're not motivated to do a project when you're thinking about doing the next project. And that's where I'm at right now. I have bought many materials and figures to start my next project. And I'm so excited to work on my next project that Blade and Moon Knight has just been sidelined from my brain. And there's times where I will open Final Cut Pro and just watch what I have of Blade that's 100% complete and just go, I want someone else to do this for me. I don't want to do it anymore. But that's the thing, is I'm not going to quit, because you can't, I mean, you can, but as a guy like me, I just can't physically start a project, work on it for 3 years, and then give up. That's not how I roll. Granted, I've done that before, but less harsh. Like the first Moon Knight project, I had huge plans for that. I didn't end up writing a script. The project ended up being 5 minutes when I wanted it to be like 20. Frogman is probably the best example of me not slacking. Frogman, I was really excited for it. I did it, and it turned out decent for the time. It holds throughout time. I'm not mad at the script. I'm just mad at some of the creative decisions I made with animating it. But then again, that was younger me. I moved past that, you know. My neighbors are home. They're pulling through. That's what that sound is. It's driving. So just to end this in a little pretty bow, Blade isn't canceled. It's far from that. It's just not gonna come out now, just so I can make room for other creative decisions. One thing I'm really working on is my film portfolio. And a lot of you haven't probably seen it. I haven't really checked on it much, but I made a video for my film school portfolio. And I'm really proud of it because it's basically just a montage of the stuff I've worked on from basically sophomore year of high school to now. There's a lot of shots that are really bad, but I put those in there intentionally to show you the growth. Just to show you how I think when it comes to film and filmmaking. Blade is something that I just don't see going on my portfolio. I mean, I'll probably put it on there, but it's not a priority. This next stop motion project I'm thinking of though will be a priority because it's something I've had in the back of my mind for a long time. And true fans will know that. And by true fans, I mean Gino. So Blade is basically being postponed so I can work on a new project and focus more on film school. And once I have the motivation to continue it, I'll continue it. It's hard. It took me a while to just accept that. And when I made that Instagram story, I wanted to cry because, like, I mean, think about it. How would you feel if you worked on something for 3 years and basically just decided, I'm gonna finish it up later and just kind of forget about it? Like, it's really tough. It's a tough, really tough subject, especially for people like me. I don't know if a lot of people in the community can relate to that. I know Leo can because he did this video. My dad, he's obsessed with the author Kurt Vonnegut. Great author. And Vonnegut has this saying in a few of his books. It's just 3 words, but it perfectly just matches a lot of scenarios. And the main one being this one. So it goes. So it goes, you know? That's just how it goes. That's all I can really think about, at least right now, when I think about the postponing of this project. And I know I postpone a lot of projects, but this one's different for a lot of different reasons. A lot of which I just can't really say because it's hard to express it with words. But the main expression being, you just gotta move on. I'm not promising it coming out, and I'm not promising I'm gonna finish it, but I'll try. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna focus on film and this next stop motion I have, because I do love making stop motions. If you're a stop motion animator or a filmmaker and you have a project that you really want to do, but you don't think you have the confidence to do it, you should do it. And if you can't finish it and you want to give up, try your hardest to continue, but don't push yourself to do unhealthy stuff, mentally and physically. If you got to give up, like there's no other way, then build something from that. Do a new project based on you not being able to finish. There's this YouTuber I love to watch. His name is Steezy Kane. A lot of people probably know him from jumping off the Santa Monica Pier. I know him from being the guy who did a film in Amsterdam, didn't finish it, and made a film about not being able to finish that film. It's a great video. It's a great video. And it's a great example of how you should never give up, and even if you have to, build something out of you giving up. Because sometimes the project comes out really cool. But the main thing you should focus on is your mental health. Listen to this. Listen to your heart. Just don't give up on yourself. And try hard. And don't listen to the haters. Because haters gonna hate. But I mean, I listen to them because it gives me motivation. But yeah, I'm gonna leave off on that. I'm just gonna walk away so you guys can enjoy this view. I might have some cool Eternal Sunshine sounding music playing in the background to make this more cinematic. But I'm gonna walk that way towards the window, but I'm gonna make you guys think I'm walking into the house, even though the camera's in the way. But I'm gonna start walking. So enjoy the view, guys. It's beautiful.
See, I can't